Do you know that feeling of anguish in the chest, that incessant doubt that seems to have no answer? As if something was missing, but they don't know exactly what it is? Maybe they have sought for signs, tried to understand why certain things happen in such a mysterious way. Or maybe at times, they have looked up at the sky and asked, why me? If life seems not to bring the answers they need, and if the questions in their heart are deeper than ever, then they are exactly where they should be. It is no coincidence that they have come this far. Feel it. This moment is for them. How many times have they searched for answers, felt the weight of uncertainty, and just wished for a clear path, guidance that says that everything they feel does, indeed, make sense. That every step, every tear, every moment of doubt and loneliness were not in vain? There is something stored for them, a truth that can completely transform the course of their life. By clicking to subscribe now, they are taking a powerful step. It is not just a click. It is the first move towards clarity, peace, towards that answer their heart tirelessly seeks. Subscribe, and allow this channel to become their refuge, the place where, with each message, they will find not only comfort but the guidance they so desperately need. They have waited long enough. Now is the time to act, to open the doors to something greater. Subscribe now and get ready to receive what is rightfully yours. Click without hesitation, because it is exactly this choice that will make all the difference. Let this journey begin now. While they absorb this guidance, understand that God's silence is often the most powerful response they can offer. Many people mistake this silence for absence, but in reality, this is the moment when God works most intensely, behind the scenes of their life. They move every detail, organize the paths, and open doors that are still beyond their field of vision. The angels wish for them to understand how important it is to trust in this invisible process, allowing their faith to be the foundation for everything that is yet to come. Think of all the times they wished for something, longed for an immediate answer, but had to wait. Remember the emotions that arose, the moments when they questioned if they were truly being heard. Every second of this journey was recorded, every thought and prayer reached God's heart, and now they want them to know, their waiting is not ignored, it is valued. This process is a way to purify their desire, to strengthen their soul, and to prepare them to receive the blessing in a way they could never imagine. The angels observe their effort to stand firm, to keep walking even when everything seems uncertain. They see how much they give, how much they surrender to love and hope, even when it seems like nothing is responding. This love, this faith, and this perseverance are the elements that strengthen their connection to the divine. God honors the courage they show in trusting, even in the face of uncertainties. They recognize the value of every moment when they chose to believe, and all of this is contributing to the construction of something that goes beyond human limits. It is essential that you understand that what God has for them is something deep and transformative, and for that to happen, they need to be fully ready, open, and willing to accept what will come. This preparation involves moments of introspection, self-awareness, and acceptance. Allow yourself to dive into these moments with a heart full of faith, knowing that this waiting is shaping you into a stronger and wiser version, someone who will be able to understand and honor what is to come. The angels advise them to cultivate a spirit of gratitude during this waiting time. Be thankful for what has already been granted, for the lessons learned, for the people who have crossed their path, and for the moments in which they were able to grow and evolve. By developing gratitude, they elevate their vibration and draw even closer to the divine plan that God has created for them. Gratitude opens invisible doors, allows blessings to flow more easily into their life, and helps them see the positive side, even in the most challenging situations. Just like a tree that needs time to grow and flourish, every promise of God for their life needs this time of maturing. When you plant a seed, you do not expect it to bloom the next day. You understand that it is necessary to wait, water, care for, and protect. Similarly, every divine promise is a seed planted in their heart, and God takes care of it with unconditional love. This waiting period is when the roots strengthen, when the structure of the blessing is formed and prepares to bloom at the right time. And know that promise is so big that, if it arrived before time, they wouldn't be fully prepared to receive it. God, in their infinite wisdom, knows the secrets of their heart, knows the battles they face internally, the fears that, sometimes, they carry in silence. They know the exact moment when their soul will be ready to absorb every detail of the blessing that they prepared with such care. And meanwhile, they surround you with protection, send signals and reveal small portions of what is to come, so that you keep the faith and keep moving forward. When they feel tired, the angels ask them to remember the times when God has already manifested their love in their life. Bring to memory moments of overcoming, instants when they felt peace, even in the midst of the storm. These memories are testimonies of the power and the divine presence by their side. And so they may realize that each step of the journey has its value, that each victory was a step towards the fulfillment of the greater purpose that God dreamed for them. What is reserved for them is something that transcends human understanding. It is a grace, a gift that goes beyond what they imagine and what their eyes have already contemplated. This is a promise that God holds dearly, and that is why they want them to be truly prepared to receive it, to understand its deeper meaning, and to fully live this blessing when the right moment comes. This promise is rooted in their heart, and no matter how far away it may seem, know that it is developing with every step of faith they take. Allow this waiting to transform their perspective, to strengthen their confidence in God, and to deepen their understanding of divine love. What they are building in their life is solid, eternal, and nothing can undo this work that they have begun. The angels wish for you to feel at peace, to let go of the weight of anxiety, and to understand that everything is unfolding exactly as it should be. God is faithful, and they never fail those who seek them with sincerity and humility. Each prayer is like a thread that connects directly to God's heart, and they never ignore a sincere heart. It may seem like the answer is delayed, but this waiting is the purest form of preparation. It is the refinement of faith and patience, so that you can truly understand the greatness of the blessing that is to come. The angels now invite you to delve deeper into this waiting journey, where each moment of silence has a purpose, and each second is an opportunity to connect with what truly matters. This process, although it may seem long and at times hard to understand, is awakening in you a spiritual sensitivity that only those who have walked this path before can comprehend. It is in this space of silence, of waiting, that you find the true meaning of faith, surrender, and trust. It is here that you discover what it means to be aligned with the divine purpose. Imagine that their life is like a blank canvas, and every step, every decision, every wait, is a brushstroke that God applies with extreme care and precision. They are painting a perfect picture, a plan that, in their eyes, may seem incomplete, but that, from a divine perspective, is a masterpiece in progress. The angels want them to know that every detail of this picture has a special meaning, that every shadow and every color was chosen to create something unique and irreplaceable. God sees the beauty in what is yet to come, and He wants them to believe that this picture will be revealed at the right moment, in all its glory. The silence of God, far from being an absence, is evidence that He is deeply involved in their life, preparing every detail of the answer they so eagerly await. Often, we seek immediate answers, believing that the solution to our desires must come quickly. But the angels ask them to look within themselves and realize how time has shaped their patience, their perseverance, and their ability to see beyond appearances. This is a journey of transformation, where waiting is the tool that God uses to awaken their true essence. Along this path, they may encounter moments of doubt, those instances in which the heart wonders if they are truly on the right path. The angels understand these questions and know that they are natural. It is at this moment that they invite them to remember the strength that lies within them, the ability they have to weather the greatest storms with the faith that the sun will shine again. God never promised that the path would be easy, but He assured that He would be with them every step of the way, strengthening their steps and guiding their vision to what truly matters. The truth is that this waiting is taking root in their life, roots of faith, patience, and an unshakable love. These roots are deep and unseen, but they are the ones that will support what is to come. The angels assure them that when the answer finally arrives, they will be so strengthened and prepared that they can welcome this blessing with all their soul. It's as if every moment of waiting is nurturing their essence, preparing their heart for something that goes far beyond what they imagine. During this journey, it is common for the voices of doubt to try to distract their attention, for thoughts of fear and insecurity to try to cloud their vision. The angels advise them to resist these influences, to remain firm in the confidence that God is in control. They wish for them to keep their focus on their own light, to remember all the times they overcame the impossible, all the victories they achieved even when everything seemed lost. These memories are the proof that they are guided by a higher force, a force that will never abandon them. God did not call them to a life of uncertainties and fears, but to a journey of courage and fullness. Every step, every challenge, is shaping them, making them a stronger, wiser woman, more connected to their truth. When they look at this waiting through the eyes of faith, they begin to realize that it is actually an invitation to come even closer to the divine heart. The angels want them to feel this closeness, to know that even in moments when everything seems uncertain, God is by their side, guiding their thoughts, their actions, and their heart. It is also during this waiting that they learn to listen to the voice of the angels, those whispers that remind them that everything is fine, that every step is in the right place. They encourage you to open up to this communication, to realize that silence is also a form of response, a way to prepare your spirit to receive what is to come. Do not underestimate the strength that this process is bringing to their life. Every second is an opportunity for growth, a chance to connect with the peace that only God can offer. The angels also want them to know that there is a very special reason for this waiting. God is preparing not only what they will receive, but also the person they are becoming during this process. He is shaping their character, polishing their patience, and enhancing their ability to love. The answer that will come will not only be a material blessing or a solution to their problems, but it will be the manifestation of divine love, a proof that He has never forgotten them, that He has always been by their side, observing every detail and preparing every moment with extreme care. At this moment, take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the peace that the angels bring around you. They surround you with a gentle light, a protection that helps you stand firm. They ask you to trust the process, to believe that this wait is building something magnificent in your life. And when the answer comes, you will see that everything fits together, that every detail was part of a greater plan, a plan that only divine love could conceive. Let this waiting strengthen you. Let it transform your doubts into faith, your anxiety into hope. The angels are by your side, holding your hands, walking with you at every step, guiding you to the moment when the answer will be revealed. And while that moment has not arrived, know that you are exactly where you should be, that every moment of this journey is shaping your soul for something extraordinary. The angels now bring an even deeper understanding about God's timing and the value of waiting. Often, impatience makes us question, doubt, and at times, makes us think that perhaps divine promises have been lost along the way. But what they want you to understand is that, in reality, this waiting is a disguised blessing, a gift that can only be truly understood when looked at with a heart at peace and in harmony with divine trust. God wants you to know that there is a purpose in every detail He orchestrates. From the connections you make to the doors that, for some reason, do not open immediately. All of this is part of a plan, a greater purpose that, even though invisible to your eyes, is always in motion. And the angels want you to be fully certain that He is taking care of each of these details with extreme love and dedication, even when it seems like nothing is happening. Waiting is not a sign of absence, but a sign of preparation. You are being refined, shaped, and transformed into someone who can receive this blessing without fear, without doubts, and with a heart full of gratitude. The angels say that each moment of waiting is like a brick that is building the foundation of your future. They encourage you to look at this phase of your life as an opportunity for growth, maturation, and strengthening of your faith. At times, you may feel the weight of this waiting. Doubts and uncertainties may arise like waves, trying to destabilize you. In those moments, remember that God knows each of your internal struggles and that He already has a greater purpose for each of them. He does not ignore what you feel, but uses this time to teach you to trust, to let go of control, and to allow His plan to unfold in the most perfect way. The angels want you to know that God never puts a promise in their heart without intending to fulfill it. Every wish, every dream that they planted in you has a divine purpose, and they are working tirelessly for everything to come to fruition in the most complete way. And although the journey may seem long, this waiting is cultivating the strength necessary for you to bear the weight of the blessing that will come. Imagine that God is like a great architect, planning every detail, every curve, and every corner of the path you must follow. They know the challenges you will encounter and have already prepared everything so that you have what you need at each step. They know what is best for you, and they only allow what will contribute to your growth and happiness. The angels wish for you to have total confidence in this truth, to rest assured that what is yours will come to you in perfect time. In the meantime, seize this moment to strengthen your relationship with God and the angels, to develop an even deeper connection with your own heart. The angels encourage you to use this time to get to know yourself better, to discover the parts of you that may still be hidden, the parts that need healing, understanding, and love. They wish for you to find strength within yourself, to realize that you are capable of much more than you imagine. This waiting phase is actually an opportunity for self-discovery, to find out who you are and what you truly want for your life. It is the moment to free yourself from old fears, insecurities, and limiting beliefs that may be preventing you from living fully. God is giving you time so that you can grow, so that you can strengthen and prepare yourself for what is to come. And the angels tell you that by looking within, they will begin to realize how much they have changed, how much they have already grown, and how much they are closer to living what they have always dreamed of. This waiting is not an emptiness, but rather a time of construction, where every detail is being adjusted, where every aspect of their life is being prepared to receive the promise that God has placed in their heart. Every day, they are becoming more ready, stronger, and more connected to their purpose. And when the right time comes, they will see that everything was worth it. The waiting, the doubts, the struggles, everything will be transformed into a deep feeling of gratitude. They will look back and realize that every second was necessary, that every moment of silence was a preparation, that every tear and every prayer contributed to the greatness of what was to come. The angels ask them to keep the faith alive, not to be discouraged by the challenges along the way. They are by their side, supporting and guiding each step, strengthening them so that they can keep moving forward, even when the path seems difficult. God loves them with an infinite love, a love that never fails, and He wants them to know that, regardless of anything, they will never be alone. While awaiting the answer they so desire, keep cultivating peace in their heart. The angels ask them to trust, to believe that what is theirs will find its way to them. God's timing is perfect, and when the promise is fulfilled, they will know that everything was worth it. And that will be the moment when they will understand the why of each wait, of each silence, and of each prayer. The angels want you to know that the time has come for a deep understanding of the journey you have traveled so far. Every step you took, every decision made, every night you prayed in silence, were all important elements for the process that is underway. The wait, although it may seem endless, is part of the divine plan to strengthen your faith and bring you an understanding that goes beyond words. This is the moment when you need to trust fully, for the answer God holds for you is closer than you imagine. God is preparing your heart, not only to receive the answer but to live it in a full and profound way. There is a beauty in the waiting that is only revealed to those who are patient and have faith. The angels say that when you finally receive the answer, you will understand that every second of doubt, every question, were necessary parts for you to truly understand the value of this blessing. They tell you not to lose hope, for you are closer than ever to living the fulfillment of everything you have always dreamed of. The journey may have been long, but now you are ready to reap the fruits of your faith. With every step, you planted seeds of hope, love, and patience, and these seeds are about to bloom. The angels remind you that the waiting has strengthened your roots, which are now deep and firm, able to withstand any storm. They ask you to remain calm and trust that everything is exactly where it should be, and that God's timing is perfect. This wait has brought to them an inner peace that perhaps they don't even realize yet. It made them learn to trust themselves, their choices, and most importantly, divine love. This confidence is precious, something that will allow them to face any challenge that may arise along the way. The angels say that what is to come is great, transformative, and will be the beginning of a new phase in their life, a phase full of light and purpose. Now, the angels ask you to celebrate. Yes, celebrate even before seeing the final answer, even before understanding all the details. Celebrate the path you have traveled, celebrate the strength you have found within yourself, celebrate the faith you have built and that has sustained you in every moment of doubt. Celebrate because the best is yet to come, and because you are worthy of all that God has reserved for you. And at the end of this waiting journey, you will realize that the true blessing is not just the answer itself, but the entire transformation process you have experienced to get here. This journey has shaped you, made you a stronger, more loving person, more connected to your divine essence. And this is a victory that no one can take from you, for it is the result of your own effort, of your own faith. God loves you with an eternal love, and He sees every detail of your heart, every longing, every dream. He knows what is best for you and therefore guided you along this path. The angels want you to keep this in mind always, even when the answer you are waiting for is not yet visible. They remind you that everything is part of a greater plan, a plan that only divine wisdom can fully understand. Your wait is coming to an end, and you are about to experience the fulfillment of something that has been carefully prepared for you. The angels say that as they reach this blessing, they will be able to see the whole journey with different eyes, and every detail will make sense. They encourage you to keep moving forward, keeping your faith alive, keeping your heart open to receive all that is to come. And when the time comes, you will know that it was all just a matter of time, God's perfect time. Before I finish, I would like to ask something special. Write in the comments, "I trust in God's timing and celebrate my victory." By doing this, you manifest your faith, you declare that you believe in divine love, and that you are ready to receive the blessing that is reserved for you. Stay in the light, stay in trust, and know that the angels will always be by your side, guiding every step of your way. Now, I want to make a special invitation to you, something that goes far beyond just watching a message. You are here because you feel the connection, because you know that there is something greater guiding every detail of your path. At this very moment, a new phase of your life is opening up, and this phase requires strength, trust, and the certainty that you are not alone. For this, I would like you to join this community of light, to sign up right now, and to be part of a space where you will always find the guidance, support, and comfort that the angels have reserved for you. Imagine having, with each new day, messages that nourish their soul, that strengthen them in moments of uncertainty, and that remind them of how special they are. This is their place, and I know they are feeling the call. Clicking on subscribe now is an act of faith, a commitment to their own growth and to the path that God has laid out for them. It is no coincidence that they are here. Feel that energy, that force that invites them to move forward, not just to listen, but to live out each message that the angels bring to them. By subscribing, they will be declaring to the universe that they are ready for a new cycle, that they are open to the blessings that are being directed to them. Each click is a step towards purpose, peace, and love that they deserve. And by being part of this channel, they will always be surrounded by this energy, by this light that will never cease to guide them. Do not hesitate, do not postpone. Feel the power of this moment, and allow yourself to take this step now. Subscribe and take possession of everything that God has prepared for them. This is their moment, their chance to be surrounded by words that inspire, that comfort, and that lift them to a deeper level of spiritual connection day after day. By subscribing, they allow this light to continue flowing in their life, always staying within reach of the messages that the angels prepare so carefully for them. Click now. Join this family and see how their life will transform, how each message will be a compass pointing towards their path of light. Type in the comments, "I receive and I am ready for transformation." This is their seal, their confirmation that they are willing to receive what is rightfully theirs. Feel the peace that comes from making this choice and make the decision now, without doubts, only with an open heart. This is the beginning of something great, and they are part of it. Subscribe and come walk side by side with this community that welcomes them with open arms.